But my absolute ultimate secret weapon is these. Hey vegan food explorers, so as many of you know, I am climbing Europe's highest peak this year in May and June, which is Mont Blanc. It's going to be a really tricky and physically exhausting session of climbing and expedition, but I can't wait. So in the lead up to that and over the previous few months and the next about 3 or 4 months, I'm undergoing a pretty strenuous physical training plan. Everything from cycling, running, walking, hiking, and strength and conditioning. As part of this, there's going to be some epic hikes, and one of those is today. It is a Sunday, and we're about to jump in the car, hop down to East Sussex, and we're going to be doing this massive walk, which is going to take in loads of elevation. I'm also going to be taking a weighted hiking bag to try and really make those hills super hard on my muscles and my cardiovascular system. So how can a vegan possibly do this? Well, really easily. And the key that I find to endurance activity is carbohydrates, and carbohydrates are so plentiful in the vegan world. For example, I use it was actually from SIS, which is Science and Sport, the company, and I've always used it. About 6 or 7 years ago, I read an article from them saying that you should try and ingest 60 to 80 grams of carbohydrates per hour when you're training hard. And I try and do that through a whole means of different ways. And over the years, I've refined what works well for my body. And so I want to share some of my favourite foods. And a lot of these I'm going to take with me today. So we're going to kick it off because I think a lot of things in sports and sports science, you think you need this NASA-made technology. You need these bars that cost 50 quid and are super duper amazing. I think that a lot of that is marketing BS, and actually you can get away with some really cheap, easy food. So, starting with my absolute favourite at the moment are these flapjacks from Trek. I absolutely love them. They're called a British classic, revolutionised. I think they're epic. They have they're gluten-free as well for our gluten-free friends. They're flapjack. They come in 3 different flavours that I've had: cocoa, oat. There's a raspberry, I think, and then a salted caramel. But these I find super easy to eat on the go. They're 223 calories, and carbohydrates have 22 grams in them. So they pack a bit of a punch, and they also have protein in. Protein is more important after these kind of big exercises, but I find they're really filling and keep me going. So I love these. I think they cost about £2.50 per pack. So definitely recommend those. Then, what else have we got? We've got an absolute classic here. This is Serene Malt Loaf, and this is the staple of any endurance athlete or everyday person. If you're just walking your dog, playing with your kids, this is a great energy solution. So this is per 100 grams, 58 grams of carbohydrate, and then hardly any fat. Really good. You can buy it pre-sliced, which is great. Make sure you don't get the one that comes with butter, as I don't think it's vegan butter. I might be wrong on that, but I highly doubt it. So this is an absolutely epic vegan choice for that. Now, these are really good because you can snack on them, you can have them in your pocket, really go, fast energy, fast eating. But what I like is when we're doing these longer hikes, is to stop and eat. And what I like to make from these is these bagels. So this is from the New York Bakery Company, and these are my favourite. I've had a lot of the kind of imitators from the supermarket own brands, but I just don't think they compare to these. These are absolutely epic, and per bagel, they're 45 grams of carbohydrate, which is an absolutely monumental amount. Really good. I tried the sesame seeds ones, and then I had to buy the original ones I had to go to a petrol station to buy them because I'd run out, and they only had these, and I've never looked back. They're super simple and they're just delicious. Normally have them toasted, but when we're out and about, you have to make do with them being cold, but that's fine. Bit of vegan butter, and then to add further energy, I use the god of vegan food, the Bon Mammon strawberry conserve. This is like the Rolls Royce of jam, and it's just amazing. Realistically, compared to other jam, it is pretty pricey, but compared to anything else, it's so cheap for the best product I think you can buy. In my opinion, I think it's so good. Slather on loads of this. It's just pure sugar, I'd imagine. Yeah, per 100 grams, this is 59 grams of carbohydrates. Absolutely epic. So slather that on. Really feels good when you know you've got this packed in your bag, that if you stop for lunch or stop for a longer snack, you know you can whip out that, maybe a couple of them. It's a sweet treat. Sugars hit you, you can get going again. Then we move on to our final, oh no, not our final, but our kind of cheaper kind of points again, is these Belvitas. So a lot of people think that these have milk in, and actually some of the range do, but a lot of them, from what I can see on the ingredients, are vegan. They have soya, oats and wheat. And so these are, let's have a look, per 100 grams, they are 62 grams of carbohydrate. They have quite a bit of fat in because they've got the choco hazelnut. They're really tasty, really delicious. Pop one of these out. I did quite a large cycle sportive last week, and I had my pockets filled with these. And when I was in the depths of it, quite cold, pulling one of these out really cheered me up. It just had that smooth choco hazelnut filling. Really nice. And I think you get 5 of these in a pack, and I think sometimes they're on offer for less than £3, so absolute bargain. Just before we get into some super duper bit more technical food, I've got to go back to the basics. Bananas and apples. These are just so epic for energy. They come in their own, bananas come in their own protective packaging. Apple as well is pretty hardy in your bag. Just throw a couple of these in your bag and you're absolutely sorted. Even, like I said, this doesn't have to be climbing some mega hike or climbing a mountain. This can even be when you're going to work, say you're walking in from the train station, walk from your car, whatever. Just having a bit of a pep up of energy, really good. Bananas, I buy these organic ones from Sainsbury's, actually mainly because they don't come in the plastic bag. I like it, I think it's much better, but also I feel like I try and buy organic fruit just because I feel the increase in cost is minimal, but I know that I'm getting such an organic product, which I think is definitely, you research all of the great benefits of organic and it will hopefully persuade you. And I just think the cost to benefit is very low with fruit. Apple, this isn't actually organic. This is a Pink Lady apple, and I get Pink Lady because they're absolutely delicious. I think if people go, oh, fruit doesn't taste nice. You've never had one of these. This tastes like you bought it from a sweet shop. It's so sweet, it's crisp, it's absolutely amazing. I think it looks incredible as well. It's just, in my opinion, the perfect apple. So definitely recommend checking these out. Put one of those in your bag and you'll absolutely smash it up the next hill on your bike, on your walk, walking your dog, whatever. So those are kind of your more standard ones. Then SIS, this is one of I do like this brand actually. I like them because they sponsored Team Ineos, which is a cycle team, British cycle team, which I have a lot of respect for, and are really backed by science. So I really like these. I don't know if I notice a difference when I'm eating these kind of foods, but I do like the mental angle that it gives you. If you pop out one of these, I mean, it's got silver, it's got a honeycomb design on it, looks super cool. I just think it can give you the edge there. So this per 100 grams, it will give you 65 grams of carbohydrates. So for just 40 grams, which is the bar, it's 26 grams. These are really cheap. Also, they're from Sainsbury's, which is another reason why I promote them, tell people that I like them, because I think that they're super easy to get. You don't have to buy them on some weird online sports store. I think they're really decent. And for my looking at the ingredients, I can't see why they wouldn't be vegan. They use soya and oats in there. There's no milk, no eggs, so I think you should be fine. Interestingly, this is a chocolate fudge. It's kind of a flapjacky thing, but one of the top ingredients is fruit juices, which is really weird, see, when it's chocolate fudge flavour. But I really rate these. These are super fast energy acting. But my absolute ultimate secret weapon is these. I tried these for the first time last week, and I think that they are pretty decent. They're also available from Sainsbury's, and they are Beta Fuel Dual Source Energy Chews. So it's all very well having your flapjacks, your snacks, your bagels, but when you're pushing it, especially when it's in a cycle race or a running race, when it's hardcore, and sometimes you just haven't got it in you. Maybe you've been going for a long time, or maybe you're at a particularly difficult, challenging hill, for example. You can't be munching down a flapjack, drinking water, going up a hill. It's just too much, and you just need something simple. Also, sometimes I find my body works much better if you have these carbohydrates. I find these kind of things, they take a bit longer to kick in. I don't know if it's true, but it's how it makes me feel. I find these are just gooey kind of I don't know, jelly. They're like jelly. It's like jelly, basically. They're called energy chews. But these are, per serving, 60 grams. These are 46 grams of carbohydrates and 41 grams of sugar. So they are real sugar. So they're glucose and fructose. And you eat these. I had some of these. I downed the whole pack in one go. And my word, I was, bang, just on it. It's not like a buzz like caffeine where your kind of head, it can make you feel a bit anxious, because sugar is a nutrient. So it's just pumping through your body, giving you that actual energy. Really, really rate it. And it's called Beta Fuel. It's dual energy because it has the glucose and fructose, I believe. So I really recommend those. I was just I was just promoting it, and I went, oh my god, it says milk. Oh no, it doesn't. It says may contain egg, fish, soy milk, suitable for vegans. So there you go. God, you had me panicked then, because I've eaten some of these. But no, these are all cool. I mean, why wouldn't they? It's just sugar, basically. So there you go. These are a few of my favourite things that I love to keep me fueled when I'm out and about. I try to eat 60 to 80 grams of carbohydrates per hour of exercise. And if I'm on an exercise, I think it's over about 2 hours, I start to consume it within half an hour, because you just want to make sure you're topping up those tanks. A lot of people, even amazing athletes that I am friends with, I find that they just don't eat anything until it's too late and their performance suffers, and they just rely on their talent, which is often can get them quite far. But if they had a solid nutritional strategy, they could push on and kick it on even more. So if you're a high performing athlete, it's essential. If you're an everyday person, the stress that you can have in your day of walking your dog, dropping your kids off at school, going to the gym, doing a full day of work, you need to be fueled to perform at your optimum level. So these can be used in a slightly different way for that. So I hope that helps. This is just my view on what makes me, keeps me fueled on endurance exercise, and it's based on my experience and trying a load of different things. So I 100% recommend you try out for yourself and do case studies and tests of, say, I'm just going to eat these flapjacks, see how I go, then I'm going to do the same. I know I do the same walk. Next time I'm going to do just an apple, whatever, or download an app and see how much carbohydrates you're getting at the moment. Really, really helpful. But the summary of this video is, if you're a vegan, endurance exercise, you are absolutely primed for with the food that is available at the moment. It is cheap. It is super healthy if you pick the right things. I mean, come on, an apple and a banana, that is pretty serious stuff right there. And so it can really help you achieve your goals of fitness and keep you topped up, keep your mood high, keep your energy high, achieve your goals. So thank you for watching. This video is slightly different, but hopefully it's helpful. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. Like I said, this is my personal experience. It can change for different people, but hopefully it helps just give you inspiration to point you in your own direction that will match your own lifestyle. So thank you for watching. We've got absolutely stacks of content coming up. And of course, we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.